Right, maybe mute yourself out, Sierra, if you could.
Okay, sure. I'm huffing and puffing.
All right, it's not coming up yet on my. Let me see. Okay, it's not. Let me try this again. This should be live now, and is it going to be live? I think it is. Awesome. Okay. Hey guys, we're live, and welcome down to this Team Shine hangout today. If you can hear me and see me and everything's working, go ahead and let me know in the comments so that I know that we're good to get started. Try this again. Okay. So I just posted for everybody to refresh, so hopefully somebody can let me know if you can hear me okay. We've got some exciting stuff to talk about today, and I've got Sierra with me. She's muted right now. She's like climbing around on her call and stuff. But I'm going to pull her out here in a minute to share some stuff too. But before I get started, I just want at least somebody to tell me that you can hear me and see me, and got you loud and clear. Awesome. Hey, Shireen. Good to see you. Okay, so I guess we're good to go. So again, thanks for coming out. I know it's last minute, but you know, here's what's the reason that we're here is because there's a lot of like adrenaline going on right now on our team, and a lot of really excited people. For those of you that are on the team, you know that we just recently, after the last event in Charlotte, created an inner circle for people that are really, really gung-ho on hitting a goal or whatever goals that they wanted to set for the next 90 days. And to work really closely with daily accountability and different things that we have in place with these people so that everybody can hit their goals. And you know, it's awesome because I'm seeing a lot of transformation happening here, myself included, and a lot of just really exciting things happening on our team. We're all reading a book together. Well, I'm already reading it for the 4th time, but it's The Science of Getting Rich. And the principles that are in this book are a lot of what we're using to go about our daily lives. And the transformation that I've been seeing on the team has been amazing. I mean, the stuff that's happening, we have a private Facebook group for the Inner Circle people, and the posts that I've been seeing in there, let me pull this up real quick. I'm in the right place now. Oh, yes. Like, I've been seeing stuff in there, like Clark posted something the other day. The old me would have probably quit after this, but now, next. Let's see. People are sharing ideas and having success with other people's ideas. Clark also posted, I've noticed something today and I don't know exactly when it happened, but rejection just doesn't really register anymore. I actually find myself smiling sometimes when it happens now. I'm guessing if it's a confidence thing because I know I'm going to hit my income goal by September 27th, just like I know that if I cut my finger myself right now, I'll bleed. It's a foregone conclusion. So this is the kind of stuff we're seeing. It's just like there's a huge shift in confidence, and I think a lot of that is coming from like the one of the things that everybody in the Inner Circle has committed to is studying, I mean, taking it on as a practice, as a study, the Science of Getting Rich and the principles in there, which are extremely powerful. And today I got a message from Sierra, who's here with me right now. She's just like really pumped up and just has a lot of shifts happening and stuff. And she was like, I wish we could have a hangout right now. And I said, all right, well, let's have one, you know, because when there's this much inspiration and stuff happening, we want to share it. I mean, that's the whole point here is when people are experiencing transformation, personal growth, inspiration, success, we want to share it with as many people as we possibly can. So we pulled this hangout together real quick, and here we are. And I have some other things that I'll touch on as well, but before I go any further, I want to bring Sierra out to kind of talk about what's been happening with her. So she's in her car right now. She just like came out from work, and she I think she's in the back seat. She climbs from the front seat to the back seat, and she's all over the place trying to get internet connection. But this is the thing, when you're really committed to something and you're really inspired, and you know that your goal is inevitable. It's just a matter of doing what it takes to get there. Sierra is a perfect example of this. She's in action on a daily basis. I see what she's up to. I see where her mindset is at, and I know that she's having some shifts. So how are you doing, Sierra?
I'm awesome. Yes, I'm having a shift right now. In fact, and let me just give you a tip really quick, you guys. When the windows of opportunity happen, when you feel inspired, you've got to take that opportunity. No matter what you're doing, I don't care if you're at work, I don't care where you are, take that opportunity and express yourself and let that come through you, because it's powerful. And when Spirit talks, I listen. And when it tells me to come do something and to share something, I do it, no matter what, right then and there, because I know that that window is only going to be open for so long. And this is a window of opportunity right now. And I'm being called to tell you about it. Because it's a window of opportunity that if you get in now, what's going to happen is the vision that we're creating for this team and the momentum that we're creating to the top is going to take you so much further than you ever could have imagined. And we're already manifesting what we set out to do 20 days ago. We all decided that Amy was going to get on the leaderboards and that we were going with her. And guess what? She just got on the leaderboards. And not just the leaderboards, but I'm talking about the top 10 of the entire company for this week. And I believe 100% in our vision. I believe the power of this team. When we gather our inner resources, we can do anything. And I don't care where you're at right now. We will meet you where you're at, wherever it is, and help you. It doesn't matter if you have no technical skill. It doesn't matter if you don't have a list of friends. It doesn't matter if you don't have many resources financially. $25 is all you need. And this is a really important time, important opportunity. And if you've been sitting on the fence for a while, make a decision, because it's really powerful. Things are happening that are really unexplainable and a miracle. For me, they're happening. I made an intention to go to this event that I couldn't afford. And, the price went up, and I was like, I can't afford it. And then the price went down, and I was like, I want to get in. And I was trying everything I could to get in. And then next thing I knew, the spots were gone. Yeah. But I just kept believing. I just kept saying, I'm going to be there. I don't care. Even so, when you meet failures and you meet what you think are failures, that's a trick. It's not a failure until you decide it's a failure. You don't give up, ever. So I am here to tell you that the power of manifestation is all about never giving up, period. And so let's manifest this. Where are you at right now in your life? It doesn't matter what you look like. It doesn't matter where you're from. It doesn't matter what language you speak. You can start from wherever you are at. And the top people in this company, some of the people that are earning $50,000 a month, they started with nothing. They started scrounging change out of their couch to make this business happen, okay? So you can start from wherever you are at right now. And it's
Hang on, Sierra. I want you to back up for a second, because you never finished about the event. So what happened after the event sold out?
I'm going. It's a miracle. I mean, it really is. And that's what I told Chris. I was talking to Chris. I'm like, well, shit, I've tried this. I've tried that. Can't sell my car because I don't technically own it, or else I would. And, yeah, I don't know how much you want me to divulge there, Amy, but it's happening. And I just kept telling that's the point, is that when you think you failed, it's like you got to just make up your mind that, even when it looks like there's no other possible way, and there's just, your option, you've run out of options, that's when you have to let go and let God. that's when you have to let go and let the miracle happen. And you know, I know it was supposed to happen this way. I knew all along as I was running into these struggles and things that, okay, guess what? I knew it in my mind. I was like, the reason why I'm not able to make it happen this way is because Spirit wants to make it happen for me through a miracle. You know, if I were just to able, you know, because I had some really good ideas, and if they would have manifested, I would have gotten my ticket and I would have been there. But it's like, no, I'm not going to let you do it that way. I'm going to do it for you. So, but that belief, it's that faith, because unless you have 100% faith, that miracle is not going to happen. And so that's all. That's what I'm saying. That's all you need. Like I said, you don't. It doesn't matter what you have. It doesn't matter if you have money. It doesn't matter where you're coming from. It doesn't matter if you're a single mom. It doesn't matter what you look like. All of those things don't matter. What matters is faith. What matters is that you make a decision to get to where you want to go, and then we'll help you get there.
Yeah. Well, that's a lot of what what it really comes down to, what's taught in this book that we're using, that our inner circle is using, is it's all about faith versus any kind of doubt or disbelief. Because the minute that doubt creeps in, it kind of cancels out all of your effort to manifest things that you want in your life. So one of the keys to, you know, having things happen, the things that you want, is to never lose that faith. And this is a perfect example of that, where, you know, she didn't come up with the money on time, the event sold out, and somehow it still happened, you know, because she didn't lose the faith. Where if she would have been like, you know, I doubt I can come up with the money on time, I doubt I'm going to be able to make this work, like, what she kept saying to me is, I see myself there. I see myself there. And she never stopped saying that. And so anyway, a little nugget from what's taught in the Science of Getting Rich. I'm not going to teach a lot on that because, I mean, the book it's a super skinny book that you can literally read in a couple hours or less. And it's, you know, I just keep reading it. I keep it in my purse and I read it if I'm out and about waiting. You know, even if I'm in traffic, if I'm sitting in a traffic jam, I can like read a paragraph. But I'll read it like if I have a couple minutes before an appointment or on an airplane or whatever. I just keep it with me and I read it over and over and over again. And as I do that, the way of thinking, you know, because here's the thing, like, I've been able to manifest a lot of stuff in my life before I read this book. And I'm a huge believer in all kinds of different manifestation techniques, and I've had success with them. But when I read this particular book, I was able to actually see a couple small tweaks that I could make that would make a huge difference for me. And that's why, you know, the book actually recommends that you keep reading it over and over until you get where you want to be, and not to take on like a whole bunch of other things at the same time. You know, I think that's one thing, and I've actually done this myself, and I think a lot of people do, is they're reading, like, you know, they read like 10 different books about how to manifest what you want in your life, or 10 different daily practices that you can take to have the life that you want, and take bits and pieces from this one and bits and pieces from that one and put it all together and create your thing. And that does work. I mean, that's what I've done, but it hasn't gotten me, like, there's been some stuff where it's like, why isn't this happening? Like, it's still not happening. And so when I read this book, I really saw exactly what I needed to change. And by reading it over and over again, it just reminds me on a daily basis what, you know, exactly what I need to do to have stuff actually manifest. And, you know, it's amazing. And, you know, one of the things that I want to talk about today on this Hangout for everybody, you know, if you're on the team and you're not in the inner circle yet, I highly recommend getting in. There's no cost or anything. All that's required is that you're committed to, you know, being in daily action. We have daily accountability. We have a chart for the team to be putting on there, set their daily goal, and be putting it on there every day, what they're doing. So there's, you know, if you're not up for accountability, I can share that the thing that got me from struggling to make ends meet as a single parent to support my family to going to $10,000 a month in 10 months was I got myself an accountability partner, and I basically held my own feet to the fire because I knew that I was accountable, and I put risks in place so that if I didn't do what I said I was going to do, I had to give up things in my life that I didn't want to give up, and it kept me in action. It kept me honest. It kept me doing the things that I want to do, that I wanted to accomplish on a daily basis. And so that within my first 10 months, I was at 10,000 a month, which was my first goal. Now, income disclosure, my results are not typical. You know, this business, just like anything else that's worth having, takes hard work and dedication, and I choose not to be typical. I want to have an extraordinary life and provide an extraordinary life for my children. So that being said, if you get really clear about what you want and you're willing to do what it takes on a daily basis, you can create whatever you want. So as far as the inner circle goes, if you're not up for having daily accountability, I just invite you to ask yourself why. Because if there are things that you really want in your life, and you haven't been able to create them for whatever reason, here's one of the solutions that I can offer you that will make a huge difference for you. And maybe I'll have Sierra jump out in a minute and kind of share how this has affected her. But I know that accountability makes a huge difference for people. If nobody's going to notice whether you do it or not, a lot of people are less likely to actually do what they say they're going to do on a daily basis. And the thing is, like, days can go by, a week can go by, weeks can go by, months can go by, where you're still not hitting your goal because you're like, I'll do it tomorrow. I'll do it tomorrow. And days go by and you get nothing done. Whereas if you have a group of people like we have right now holding each other accountable, you're a lot more likely to do what you need to do on a daily basis to get where you want to be at the end of the 90 days. So, what's so funny?
I just was, I'm just so excited. I holding each other accountable is so important, but I feel like we're doing so much more than that too. We're not just holding each other accountable, we're locking arms and fighting the forces of evil. And I love that saying. That just came to my mind. And the forces of evil, are our own. It's basically our own limited thinking and our own mindset. And there's something special about having a group of people that support you and believe in you. Because, let's face it, sometimes it's hard to find, a group of like-minded people that want to change the world like you do, and that see the world the way you do, or that, have a big vision, a big dream. It's so empowering to be locking arms with all of you guys and seeing our visions already coming true. And so that's why it's so important to be a part of the inner circle, is so, yes, you can be held accountable, but then also so that you can be held, period. Like, basically, that's what we're doing, is we're all holding each other, and we're taking all of us are going up to the top of the leaderboards. We're all going there. And we're, Amy, we're helping you get up there at the top of the leaderboards. You're already in number 10. And the people that join me, the 10 people that join me today, or whenever they're going to join me in the next week, are going to be helping me get up there, and we're all going to help each other. So we're all doing it together. We're all in this together. And the forces of evil, I think it's a funny thing that we say it like that, but it really is true. A lot of times in our own minds, we have these things that are holding us back, and that's why it's so important to read The Science of Getting Rich, because you can be doing everything right, but there's this one little thing that you're not clear with. Whether you're holding on to anger towards somebody in your life that you need to clear up, whatever it is in your life that's broken, this inner circle is going to help you. It's not just about making money, although that's what we want to help you do. It's not just about financial freedom, although that's what you're going to get when you really lock arms with us. It's about the freedom of your entire being, of your emotional well-being, your, everything, your spiritual, everything. It's a whole holistic approach. And the reason why I can say that, and I know that, is because here's Amy, a single mom who started completely broke and started from where a lot of people are right now that may be watching this video, and she made a dream come true, and she made it happen. And she has a vision for all of us too. And so I believe in you, Amy. I believe you have that. I believe you have a clear intention and that it's powerful. And I know that all of us together, when we can really create those clear intentions and hold to them and have 100% faith and not give up, even despite whatever challenges happen or whatever it appears to be a failure or anything, then there's nothing we can't do.
Yeah, and one of the things that I wanted to bring up today, just, whether you're in the inner circle or not, this is something, just a nugget, and I know you might more than likely have heard this before, but I want to say it again because it's one of the things for me that has made such a difference just recently as I started applying the stuff from this book and kind of seeing some things that I hadn't been doing. One thing, not that I hadn't been doing it, but how that the times when the things that I really, really, really had my eye on, the prize, like what I really wanted in my life, the times that I've done that, it's actually happened. I wanted to take my dad to Ireland for his 70th birthday. I wanted to take my kids to Disney World. I wanted a new car. I knew what kind of new car I wanted. Stuff like that. Like when I've had like a very clear expectation, a really clear goal, and I knew exactly what I wanted, it happened. Sierra, do you mind just muting? Are you muted? I'm hearing background noise.
Okay, sorry about
Thanks.
that.
No problem. And this, what just happened yesterday was another example of this. So, the whole time I've been in Empower Network since it started. It's almost 3 years ago now, and I have been on the leaderboards for every single contest that they've ever had because that's a goal that I set. Was to always, be in the top 100 or 200 or whatever the contest was at the time, and I've managed to do that for every single contest. But they have these other leaderboards that are for like the real leaderboards that aren't just contests, but it's like the top 10 earners in the company, and so there's a couple categories, and so for the top 10 earners, they have the top 10 of all time, top 10 in the last 30 days, and top 10 in the last 7 days. And I always have wanted to be on those leaderboards, but I guess I just never really thought that I would, as successful as I've been, I guess I never really thought I would be in the top 10 earners. I mean, because there's some rock stars in this company, and there's so many people that make a lot of money here. Again, income disclosure. Results not typical, but there are a lot of people that make a lot of money in Empower Network, and so I never really made that a clear goal of mine because I guess I didn't really have the belief. And when I read The Science of Getting Rich, and I really got, like, if I could shift a couple things and create whatever I want, what do I want? And one of my first short-term goals was to get on that leaderboard for the top earners, and yesterday that happened. We just started this, what was it, Sarah, 20 days ago? And yesterday, I'm going to start crying, yesterday there was my name on the leaderboard because I applied the stuff that we're talking about, the stuff, I've been reading this book on a daily basis, and when I'm not reading it, if I'm on a hike, I'm listening to it on my phone because you can listen to it on YouTube or whatever. So I'm just, putting this in my mind and realizing that there's no reason that I can't be that. There's no reason I can't have that, and just getting rid of any doubt. And then it happened, right? So it's for me, the message I'm trying to get across here is that anybody can do this. If you're really clear and you can get rid of the doubt and you can get really, really clear about what you want, not I want to make money, not I want to make a lot of money, but what are some specific goals? And in my opinion, the best kind of goals are measurable as well, because so that when you hit it. If you say I want to make a lot of money, what ends up happening is, to me, when I first started Empower Network, $5,000 a month would have been a lot of money because I was barely getting by at that time. $5,000 a month might as well have been $1 million because I couldn't even pay my bills. And so by saying I want to make a lot of money is not clear. But when I set my first goal was $10,000 a month, and I was focused on that, and I was clear about that, and it happened. It took me 10 months, but it happened. And I had pictures of the car that I wanted. I was very clear about that. I was focusing on Ireland. I was very clear about that. I was looking at pictures of Ireland. I was picturing myself there with my father, paying for the whole thing, first class, everything. And so, if you can, so it's really obvious when something happens. It was really obvious for me the day I got a new car that one of my dreams just came true. It was really obvious for me when I was on a plane flying to Ireland with my father that one of my dreams was coming true because it was a specific goal. So I'm just recommending, get something specific that you can measure, that when you hit it, so that you and we can celebrate with you when it happens. I have another goal that's very specific that's actually a huge stretch, but I'm still, I've removed all doubt. And it's about my $1 million ring, my millionaire ring, for when I hit $1 million in Empower Network. And I'm just under $800,000 away from that goal right now. I have a long way to go. And I originally set the goal for July of 2015, and I just changed it a couple days ago to my birthday, my next birthday, which is May 29th, 2015. I want to hit my $1 million mark by then, and so it's a huge goal, but I'm going to do it, and so like that's, again, it's very specific. Every day I can see how much money I've made. I can see whether I've hit the goal or not. There's nothing vague about it. And when I have that ring on my finger, I'll know that another dream just came true. So, again, the main thing that I wanted to talk about here was just setting very specific goals and getting the doubt, removing the doubt that you can have what you want. Again, I know you've heard us talk about this before, and you've probably read books on it and you've heard it all over the place, but it's important, and it's more important than, like, I, for the longest time, didn't take it seriously. Like, if I had something specific like that I knew that I wanted, then yeah, but for the rest of the time, I was just going through the motions, kind of producing without really knowing anything specifically. So when I got really clear about some specific things that I could put in place, it shifted everything for me. So I just wanted to share that, because I think I know that there's a lot of people that don't really have clear goal, and they're not really, like, one of the things that the Science of Getting Rich talks about is really having your thing, whatever it is that you want in your life, that you're always thinking about it. It's not like once a week when you go to church or you have like a daily meditation practice. That's all good and fine, and I still do that stuff. But to have it so clear in your mind that you're thinking about it all the time. You're living in that dream house in every spare moment. When you're not thinking about something else, you're thinking about that goal. And if you don't have a specific goal, there's no way that you can do that. So, anyway, so that was one of the things that I wanted to talk about today, was just getting really clear about what you want, because that's the first step to having everything that you want in your life. And I have a couple other things I want to talk about before I do. Sierra, did you want to say anything about?
Yeah, just really quick. I think just from talking to friends and people in my life, I think that the number one thing that's holding people back from really manifesting their dream is not being grateful. And I hear it all the time. I hear people complaining about this and complaining about that. And you know what? If you want to be a crap magnet, and you want to attract crap into your life, go ahead and complain. But if you want to take a look around you and be grateful, no matter where you're at, be grateful. I was looking the other day, I was walking through this neighborhood that I live in, and it's not the greatest neighborhood. There's, some not so great looking yards and houses and cars around there, and sometimes it's a little different. But you know what? I just saw past all of that. I just imagine the horizon past all of that, and how big and beautiful this planet is. What a wonderful world this is. What a wonderful privilege it is to be alive. If we can just be grateful for everything in our life right now, no matter what it is, for every person in our life right now, and hold on to their best potential, and stop thinking about all the negativity and complaining about all these things, that's going to make your manifesting abilities more honed, more powerful. That's going to give you more faith and everything else. So be careful what you say, be careful what you speak in your own mind, and then also what comes out of your mouth, because that is going to determine your fate. That's going to determine your ability to manifest. And so that's probably the most powerful thing you could do, is be grateful. I am.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and this is another thing that's a lot of the focus of the Science of Getting Rich has to do with gratitude. It's a huge piece of the equation. And again, it's something that I think a lot of people take for granted because they hear it talked about so much and they're like, yeah, whatever. But it's such a huge piece. And so thank you for that, Sierra. The other thing I just wanted to mention about when you're setting your goals, set big goals. Don't undermine yourself. Don't feel like I was doing, you know, where I was like, well, I can get on the contest leaderboard, but I can't get on the real leaderboard. So step it up a notch. If you have a goal, you know, you definitely want it to seem doable to a certain degree, but make sure that you're stretching, because you can literally have it all. You can create whatever you want. So don't forget that. And you know, again, just so you know, if you're watching this Hangout right now, there's a button below this video. If you're not on the team yet, you can join our team, and once you do that, you can just get involved with our inner circle, where we practice this stuff together. We're going through the book together. People are sharing different things about it. And it's a really great way to just take your business and your life to the next level. If you're already on the team and you haven't joined the inner circle yet, all you have to do is let Andrea know that you want to be part of the inner circle. If you're not on the team, you might not know, but Andrea is my assistant. She will get you plugged in and started with what we're doing. We do separate calls just for the inner circle people. We have a separate Facebook group, and like I said, daily accountability and all kinds of stuff set up for you guys. So if you're not on the team, it's not too late to get in the inner circle. If you are on the team, it's not too late to get on the inner circle. And the goal here is not just, you know, so there's an inner circle. When I came out of Charlotte and I saw, you know, Dave Wood did a whole training about this and build your inner circle. So that's exactly what I started doing the minute I came out of Charlotte, because, you know, another piece of the equation for me has always been to just be coachable and do what Dave Wood says to do, which is one of the reasons I finally hit that top 10 of earners, because I did something that he taught in a training a month or so ago, and now I'm one of the top 10 earners, which is awesome. So when he said, go create your inner circle, that's what I did. But this isn't just about me creating an inner circle for Team Shine. It's about me helping every single person, and all of us helping each other that's in the inner circle to create their own inner circle. And, you know, if you guys were on the call on, was that last night? What day is it? I don't even know. Today's Wednesday. So the Monday night call, Rhonda Swan was, you know, she just broke 100 grand this last month. And again, income disclosure, results are not typical. But she was talking about how, you know, her mentor told her, just find 5 soldiers, find 5 people that are ready to run with you. And that's what she did, and that's why she's having the success that she did. This isn't about having to go out and find like a gazillion people to join your team. It's just about focusing on finding your inner circle. Find 5, find 10 people that want to make, you know, 6 figures as soon as possible in the next 90 days. And let's get them plugged in and help them do what we're doing. Now, I know that besides Sierra, there are, you know, several other people that are on the inner circle that are already seeing results, noticeable results, you know, whether it's financially or just mentally. Stuff is happening for people by plugging into what we're doing there. If that is you and you are on this Hangout and you would like me to pull you out, I would love to have, you know, anybody else that wants to come out and share about anything, any kind of breakthroughs that you've had since you've been on the inner circle, just so that the rest of the team and the people that aren't on our team yet can kind of hear about what's happening there. If you don't want to come out, that's totally fine. But if you do, just let me know in the comments here, and I will pull you out on the Hangout. The other thing that I want to mention is that, and if you're on the team, you should know this, but I'm gonna bring it up again, because we're gonna start using this as a tool more and more. But we have, for the team, we have a whole website, which is where you're watching this Hangout right now, that is completely coded. So in other words, if you send somebody to this live stream and you have your username at the end of the link, when they come to watch this live stream, if they click and they go to the FAQ page or the testimonials page or the blog or anywhere, anything that they click on, if they decide to join the team, if they decide to opt in and for more information or whatever, it's going to be your lead, it's going to be your member, it's, you know, everything is coded. And I spent a lot of time creating this because I knew that if you know, for some people, they don't want to blog, or sometimes there's a piece of content that, you know, people can share. It's so much easier for people to just share it with a link than to create their own content in certain circumstances. And because we have so much stuff happening on the team right now, I'm going to be posting blog posts. Like this Hangout is going to be a blog post, and you can share it with your affiliate link really easily. And And the instructions to do that are actually on every single blog post at the bottom. It'll have the, the link for you to share and everything like that. And, anyway, if you're on our team, every time I post something on that blog, I post it on our Facebook group so that everybody knows that it's there. And I really just recommend, using, this is a tool, this is a resource for you. I recommend using it, because if I put something on that blog, or if somebody else has something that they want me to put on that blog that you think would be relevant, valuable information that the whole team can use, we can do that. The whole purpose of this is to build this together as a team. And, so if I'm putting something on there, it's because I think that it's valuable information that the whole team can use to recruit people and to get people interested or show people what we're doing or whatever. And so I want to mention that. Use that blog. There's a post on there. The last post that's on there was just from a couple days ago, which is the Team Shine 90-Day Vision. If you're looking to build your inner circle, that's a great post to share with your community. I know Sierra posted it on Facebook today. She did a post with a link to that blog post. It's so easy to do, you guys. You don't have to write a whole blog post. That whole blog is coded. And the cool thing about it is, if you share a blog post with your Facebook friends or your list or whoever, if you send them the link to that blog post with your link, with your ID at the end of it, sometimes people will read the blog post and join. Sometimes they won't, but they want more information. And on that same blog, there's a place where they can opt in for more information. There's a bunch of testimonials. There's an FAQ page. There's the live stream page. There's all kinds of different places where they can kind of go around that site to see who we are. So much information on there. Video testimonials from team members, all kinds of stuff. And so it's a great place to be able to share a blog post, but then have people really see everything that we have all in one place. They can get their questions answered, your testimonials, and all of that. So I just want to mention that again, because it is a really valuable resource, and I don't know how many of you are taking advantage of it. And it's going to be a lot more. It's going to be becoming a lot more active as, starting now as we start cranking it out here. So I wanted to mention that. And if you're in the inner circle, if you're not in the inner circle, whatever, you're wanting to build your business, hit your goals, whatever, the biggest piece of advice I can tell you is to lead by example. If you want to attract leaders to your team, you need to do the things that a leader would do, which is not just sitting back and watching videos and thinking that you're actually doing something as far as, moving towards your goals. You need to actually lead by example. Even if you don't have a team to lead yet, do the things that it takes to be successful, because what will happen is when people join you, they're going to do what you do. So if you're leading by example, if you're in action on a daily basis, if you're clear, one of the things we talk about in the inner circle is helping everybody get really clear about what marketing strategy they want to do on a daily basis. A lot of people are using the new DVD now. A lot of people are using that in conjunction with some online strategy, and some people are just doing online marketing. But if you're not clear about what you need to do on a daily basis, you're not going to know what to do when you wake up in the morning, or whenever your time is carved out to work your business. You're going to sit in front of your computer and go through Facebook and watch a training video here and there and not do anything. So one of the keys is to get really clear about what you're going to do on a daily basis, and to do it no matter what, and then log it on the accountability log so that you can hold yourself accountable. And by doing that, you're leading by example. What will happen is you'll start to attract people that are serious. You're going to start to attract people that are going to get all in and do the things that it takes to, have the lifestyle that they want. If you sit there and just kind of dink around on a daily basis, you're going to attract people that do the same thing. They're going to get in, they're not going to know what to do, they're not going to be clear. And that's the other great thing about building your inner circle, plugging people into the inner circle community that we have, because they will get help creating a daily marketing strategy and all of that. So, so anyway, lead by example. And remember, we're not going to stand still. I mean, this team we're going to the top, and I invite you all to come with us and be a part of what's happening. So your timing is great. Your timing is perfect, because we're just getting started, and things are really, really exciting right now. The other thing that I just want to bring up, so next week, it's probably going to be around this time. It's probably going to be on Wednesday during the day. There's going to be a really exciting hangout for our team. I have another piece of kind of where I'm going with all of this that I want to introduce to you, and I have a really, really, really special guest. You guys are all going to be really psyched when you see what's happening. But anyway, we haven't completely nailed down exactly what time it'll be on Wednesday, but once I find out, and I'm 90% sure it's going to be on Wednesday. I don't even know that completely for sure. But as soon as we get it completely figured out, I will let you know, and I'll create an email that you can send out to your people to invite them, because this is going to be, you guys are going to love this. And we're just about to step it up a whole other notch. So that being said, keep your eye out, just save the date. And as soon as I know more, I'll let you know. But you definitely are going to want to be there with us on Wednesday. And also, if you're not on the team now yet, click the button below. You'll be joining with whoever invited you to this hangout, because everything, like I said, everything on the site is coded. So you'll be joining with the right person, and we're all one team, so we all work together. So it's, you're going to get the same coaching as you would get if, no matter who you join. But we want to make sure that you join with the person that invited you here. And then, when we have these hangouts, you can turn around and invite people here with your link as well. It's a great way to introduce people to our team and what we're up to. And if you're already on the team, like I said, and you want to step your business up a little bit, or a lot, actually, you can let Andrea know that you want to be on the inner circle. You can just do that on our Facebook group. And we would love to have you. Let me just see. I think I covered everything that I wanted to cover today. Kevin, Kevin is saying he just got a webcam and he doesn't know how to use it, and I'd love to have you come out and share, Kevin. Typically, if you jump on the Hangout, your webcam will just turn on automatically. I mean, I don't do anything with mine. It just works. So what I'll do is I will shoot you over a link on Facebook right now, and you can try it and see if it works. And if not, you can share just audio. You can, share with your voice with us anyway. So go look in your Facebook. I'm sending the link. Just sent it. So if you click on that, you should be able to just get in. Just make sure you have a headset on so there won't be feedback. And you can jump out. And then if anyone else wants to jump out, let me know. Sierra, anything you want to add in the meantime while we see if Kevin's going to make it out here?
Yeah, I was just going to say, no matter where you are right now, you're going to have to make a decision to show up. And then that might mean you don't even know how you're going to do what it is you're going to do. Like Kevin right now, he wants to get on this hangout, but he doesn't know how to do it. Well, Amy just told him, click on the link and it'll happen. Show up and it'll happen. Whatever it is you're afraid to do, just, if you're afraid to make a video, go ahead and press the start button and decide that you're going to make the video. And I'm basically getting this idea from The Science of Getting Rich. And what he says, I don't know the exact quote, but what he says is, don't worry about all the reasons or the how-tos or any of that stuff. Just show up and it'll be taken care of because you've already created the intentions. So your unconscious mind will kick in. It'll, things will take care of themselves. So
can you turn on a light, Sierra? You're like pitch black.
Is that better?
Yeah, much better.
Okay.
Sorry.
That's all right.
I didn't interrupt, but I couldn't see you at all before.
Do you, Amy, do you know that quote about in Science of Getting Rich where he talks about just show up and the words that, like, if you're afraid of presenting or of speaking a message or something like that, what he says to do is just show up and don't worry about it because it'll just happen. Do you know what I'm talking about? I wish I could say it.
I kind of do. I don't know exactly how he says it, but
right.
I was just talking with Chris about this the other day. The way that I kind of learned, it's a little bit different, but it's called being on mission, and it's basically about stage fright. Where I heard it in an interview with these opera singers. And it was a really fascinating interview about, like, people ask them, like, why does opera music make people cry even if they don't understand? It's in another language that they don't understand. And so they talked about connecting from a heart place where the mind is completely removed and stuff like that. But one of the questions somebody asked them was about how do you function how do you deal with stage fright when you step out on stage in front of thousands of people? How do you even deal with that, like stage fright? And they talked about, it's called being on mission. And so this kind of goes along with what you were just saying, Sierra. When you are there to deliver something of value to people, there is no stage fright. When you come from a place of looking good doesn't matter. It's not about will I look good. It's not about will they reject me. It's not about in the case of the opera singers, they said it's not about whether or not they will applaud for me or whether or not I'm going to make a mistake or whether or not they're really going to like what I'm singing. All that matters is that I'm giving it everything I have from my heart, and I'm on mission. I'm doing what I'm here to do, which is deliver what I'm here to deliver, value to the audience. And so it's the same thing with what Sierra just said is, when you're on mission, everything just kind of happens the way that it needs to happen. Get out of your own way. Forget about stage fright. Forget about rejection. Forget about all the stuff that comes up that gets in your way and makes you feel afraid to share this amazing gift and this amazing opportunity that we have with people. When you're on mission, you will really get that it would be selfish not to share it. It would be selfish not to hand somebody that DVD. It would be selfish not to give somebody your link or to open your mouth when you see that somebody is struggling in their life and you know that we have this amazing platform here that provides personal development for people that can help them. It provides financial, ways to create financial success in their lives. It's a vehicle for all of these things that if you see somebody suffering and struggling and you don't offer this to them, it's selfish. And when you're really clear about what we have here and you're coming from a place of being on mission, then everything just kind of falls into place, like Sierra was just talking about. And this is not what he talks about in the book. The opera singer stuff is a completely different thing that I was exposed to a while ago. But is that kind of along the same lines of what you were trying to say, Sierra?
Yeah, I'm having trouble with my words today. I'm exhausted and I haven't eaten anything except for, well, I did eat a little bit of breakfast. But you know what? When I said, gosh, I wish we could have a hangout, it was like this feeling of like, I have no idea what I'm going to say. I just know that when I get on there, it'll come through. And maybe not as eloquently as I would like because I don't have all of my mental faculties right now, not having enough food and all of that. But I just hope that what you get from this hangout is not just what we're saying, but feel what we're feeling right now. We are so supercharged up, and because we know and believe in this vision that this team has. And so if you haven't gotten in on the inner circle yet and you're on any one of our teams, just get in, because like Amy said, it doesn't cost anything extra to do it. You'll have the accountability. I've already told people I'll do whatever it takes to help you, and I'm not just talking about your business, so I want to help you with that. I want to help you with other areas of your life too, and that's why we're gathering together, is to change our lives and also to change the world, because just look at the bigger picture. That's what it's all about. I want to create a better lifestyle for myself, my family, my friends, everyone around me, and so I'm going to be the one to do it. I know I am, because I have the courage to do it, and I'm just so lucky that I have this team to help me get there, and I'm excited. So I hope that you...
I'm excited too. I'm excited to see Team Shine all over the leaderboards, and that's one of the biggest pieces of my vision right now is the success of my team, and so I'm visualizing my team members' names on that leaderboard, just like I visualized my own name on there, and I can't wait until it starts happening, and it's going to be soon. I know it is. So it's super exciting. I guess Kevin's not going to make it out with us because I'm guessing. I sent him that link, and I'm guessing and I don't even know where he's at. He might be driving, in which case, well, I guess not, because he was talking about a webcam. If he's on his phone has a webcam built in. But yeah, we don't need to keep you guys for a long time. And this, like I said, this was totally impromptu, and I so appreciate everybody for showing up here with literally hardly any notice, and doing what it takes to, being committed to a better life for yourself and your friends and your family, like Sierra just said. And like I said, keep in your schedule open. I'll give you the details as soon as the very minute I get them for this really. Okay, I know you're there, Kevin, but I sent you the link to get live on this Hangout with us. So you need to go to your Facebook and click that link, and it'll take you here where me and Sierra are, so that you can jump out. You can't jump out from the comment stream. You have to go to the link that I sent you. And if you can't today, that's totally fine. But anyway, yeah, we're going to have next week a really awesome Hangout. You guys are going to be stoked about it. And I've been really putting some stuff together as far as the next piece of my vision for this team, which is, you know, it's just a lot different than a lot of other teams, as well as a lot of other stuff that that happens on the internet. So I'm excited to share that with you. And like I said, it's probably going to be on Wednesday, and I know it's going to be during the day. I know that much, but I don't know what time yet. So just because our special guest is available during the day. So anyway, that's what I have for you guys today. Again, I love you. Can't wait to see your names on the leaderboards. Inner Circle people, look out for, you know, just keep plugged into the Facebook group, because we'll be having another Inner Circle call here soon. And everyone else, get in the Inner Circle if you haven't. And we look forward to having you on our team if you're not here yet, and helping you create your life the way that you want it to look as well. So that's it. Anything else, Sierra? Closing thoughts?
Well, I just have to say I love you guys, and we're doing this together. You know, that's the best part about it. And I can't wait to see Team Shine all over the leaderboards. It's going to be awesome. And congrats to you, Amy, on getting on the leaderboard, the top 10 leaderboards of the company. And I can't wait to hear, you know, more about how you did that. I'm dying to know. So I hope that we had something to do with it. I know that's part of our intention, is to lift you up and all of each other up. So it's exciting. I can't wait for our call coming up soon. So
yeah, and I'm going to share with the team exactly what I did to hit that top 10 income earners goal. Like I said, it's something David Wood taught, and I just did it because that's what I do. I listen to him because he knows what he's talking about, and it's something that I think, you know, some people probably just brushed it under the carpet and didn't do. So I will be sharing that with the team as well. I'm not going to get into all that right now, but it's nothing you haven't heard before. It's just a matter of getting out of your comfort zone and doing what he says to do, which is always getting out of your comfort zone if you do what he says to do. At least for me it is. But anyway, yeah, so we'll talk about that on our next gathering here, and we'll definitely talk about it on our Inner Circle call. We'll go into real specifics about it and everything. All right, guys. Well, we will be talking to you soon. If you have any questions, post them in our Facebook group. If you're not on the team yet and you have questions, post them here in the comment stream. And I love you, and I look forward to seeing you again real soon. Have an awesome, awesome Wednesday, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye.
Bye.